KRC Power Steering Start Zone. 125 laps here at Caraway is underway. Chase Burrow, who won the Rookie of the Year last season at this very racetrack, will come around to lead lap number 1 as the Junior Motorsports and KHI crew will go side by side off of turn number 2 for second. Quapo able to clear him off the corner.
Into the middle of the corner, starting to wonder if perhaps that engine is starting to develop a miss for that of Sawallich. And trouble, Bobby McCarty tags the 7 and spins him up the racetrack in turn 1. And Dylan Ward is going to go for a slide to bring out the first Volt Battery caution.
Chase Burrow on the bottom, Carson Quapo on the top side, and we'll get back going here for lap 19. And a big bobble at a Carson Quapo on the top side as now he may look for the top spot off at turn number 2.
And how about Lane Riggs electing to perhaps change lanes as Quapo is trying to do the impossible? Not quite. Thought he was going to make the pass there on the high side. That would have been the first time we've seen that all night long, and they're bouncing off each other in one.
See if Lane Riggs can take advantage of it. They go side by side once again off the corner. Definitely better in 1 and 2. It's really the top side of 3 and 4 as drivers can just not get back to the gas. A little bit of a bump there up the banking. We'll see it once again. Quapo down to the inside, or to the outside rather, can get the run off at turn 2, but 3 and 4, that's been where it's been really hairy as they are all over each other further on back as well. But Quapo able to get the run off at turn 2, a little bit of smoke. A lot of smoke from all of these drivers, and Carson Quapo takes the race lead.
I can see what happened to Kyle Larson outside of Mason Diaz, the white number 5. Bang!
Oh, he kind of followed Zilish into it. Zilish got wide off the corner, and sometimes that's just a case of following the mistake in front of you. Right front tire that we can see from our vantage point up here. We talked about Top Gun Motorsports and how much bad luck they've had.
That was close.
Man. Chase Burrow will come to a stop there, and certainly the caution flag was needed there, as I think that was Carson Brown that nearly made contact with him. Into the KRC Power Steering restart zone, and we'll go back under green. We'll see if Lane Riggs can get a similar jump that Quapo got on the last restart, and indeed he does, but off at 2, it'll be Quapo by just a hair that's able to clear in front of the 62.
Into that right front fender is Connor Zilish is sideways in turn 2. Zilish was racing with Minnie Tyrell for position.
No. Did he beach it?
Oh, hopefully not. It would not be the first time that we saw a car get trapped in turns 1 and 2, but he's able to keep it rolling. But up front, the battle for the lead is on. Lane Riggs to the backside of Quapo for the top spot, and looking low as they come to turn 3.
Driver who has won a number of times, and a driver looking to go back to Edelbrock victory lane for the first time in a couple years. He's going to be able to clear Quapo off of turn 4. New leader here at lap 68. It is the 62 of Lane Riggs.
And Riggs made sure that he was clear for the race lead so he could have the proper approach to turn 1. He pulled up in front of the 8 car, and Lane Riggs is trying to set sail. Diaz into the back bumper of Carson Quapo. What is the fight for in the 3rd spot as we got a caution crash?
Oh, Carson Brown, a hard hit. No, that's not Carson Brown. That is Matt Gould.
It looks as though that Matt Gould's Solid Rock Carriers Cars Tour late model stock debut is going to come to a premature end, and the window net is down on the 45.
Lane Riggs on the bottom in the 62. Carson Quapo in the 8 gets to start on the front row, and a bad start on the bottom there for Lane Riggs. Quapo nearly cleared him down into turn number 1. They'll go side by side. If Quapo can have the advantage, he may have a shot in turn number 3, but Lane Riggs for now holding him at bay.
A little bit of contact there. Looks as though Riggs is going to try to shove Carson a little bit high as Jared Fryer gets knocked sideways, but Diaz can't get down low.
Diaz tried to go 3 wide. A little bit of contact with Jared Fryer as they stuff it down to the bottom, trying to get in line. First side-by-side battle is the 24 of Diaz and Brendan Queen, who elected to go to the top side, but right now he is paying for it as they all slide off the corner. Here comes a run out of Jared Fryer down to the bottom.
Quapo not able to close the door, at least not yet. They touch as they come to turns 3 and 4. Quapple trying to swap flies in the cockpit to hold on to the top side, but Fryer will get back to second.
And I think Quapple, a smart move there to pull down. He knows this is a long haul for this championship, but now Mason Diaz going to have just a nose down to the inside of Quapple. Quapple going to shut the door. Mason Diaz going to try to stuff his nose in there as they go side by side. Quapple falling further back as he now may see fourth position as Mason Diaz looking to get up onto a podium spot.
And they make a little bit of contact because why not? Everybody else is doing it, and we may not be done yet. Diaz with a four-wheel slide almost up into the 8 car, and Diaz is going to put himself on the podium. He's looking for his first top 5 of the season, and he just passed your reigning champion and points leader, Honeycutt, next in line in the 10.
The bleeding may not be done for Carson Quapple. Here comes Caden Honeycutt, as well as last week's winner in Bobby McCarty. Off of turn number 4, white flag in the air, and Lane Riggs is going to take it one more trip around Caraway Speedway. A week ago, it was Bobby McCarty who ended a 2-year winless streak in the Cars Tour and into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. It may indeed be Lane Riggs. Off of turn 4, checkered flag in hand, and Lane Riggs is going to be a Cars Tour winner once again. And you can see Rodney Childers is thrilled as they stand on top of the hauler. Lane Riggs is your winner at Caraway.